Now, Steph, I'm going to switch gears because you do have two channels. It's Eddy Family Farm, and then you've got your time that you do. So, tell us about your side that you work with.
Well, I am life on the Eddy Family Farm.
Okay, life on the Eddy Family.
So the title kind of gives it away because that's all we do. I'm more out with the animals. Like he's doing the day-to-day stuff that he has to do. And then me, like the babies. The babies, we have 33, I think, babies on the ground right now. And we make sure that they are nursing right. Or if we have one that has 3. So we want to make sure that they are all feeding because not all mamas can feed out 3 babies. And so if we have to bottle feed them, we'll bottle feed them. But then I'm not so much with the chickens, but Kason is out there 24/7 when he's not in school, and Braden's the other chicken man. So I'm more the goats and the llamas, and I got a couple ponies that I'm just in love with. But that's pretty much all I do is I just go out there and do more of the animals, like the one-on-one with the animals.
Well, and I know others do as well. They'll split a channel, where they're doing and showing 2 different sides. But for me, I appreciate it because the simple fact is that a couple can look and they can see the 2 different aspects of it, and can see you out doing what you do, and know that, hey, okay, I can do that, kind of thing. Because we, I can sit there. I work. I had to buy a tractor with a hydrostat transmission, even though I didn't want one, so that somebody else could get on the tractor besides me. Because I started with an old 80 Ford, and I was the only person who could run the tractor. Right. Well, now my daughter, she got on. We had some snow and ice coming. She got on the tractor on her own with a blade, went out there and cleaned the driveway.
Right.
Okay, great. And so that having to adapt, but being able to see others. My wife watches when we go on the channels and stuff. She ain't checking us out. She's over there watching, seeing what's happening over here. And I think it's important that gets across that stereotype that some people may have, that it breaks that down.
Yeah.
That's kind of with the tractor. That's what I'm learning now, is because we just got back in December,
loading tractor.
Not automatic, but a standard.
Oh, okay.
We got a standard tractor only because he's like, you're going to learn this one because I grew up on this one and I'd rather have this one than this one. And so I tried talking him into, hydrostatic. Yeah, we didn't get that. But I'm learning, driving it, I'm doing good. But it's we tried loading dirt the other day and it just kept dying.
She's still learning at it, and like I say, is the only thing I didn't like about the hydrostatic is, like, if you have a load of dirt or whatever, and you're filling it up in a dump truck or a trailer, you can't just push the clutch in and roll up there. You got to go.
You got to ease it in.
Yeah, ease in. So that's the only thing I didn't like about it, and then the price was different, but I do kind of wish go back to doing it because it is a lot easier. She's now trying to learn how to. Go in and pick up a hay bale. She can drive it anywhere and go up and down.
Right. I know, but like with the older transmissions, I've got a control for RPMs, but my foot will do just as much. Yeah. But with that particular tractor, you have to RPM that thing up, so it has enough power and not die.
Right.
Now, my old 8N had to do the same thing, but when that thing died, it was dead. So it was like I've literally had to pull my tractor out with my 4-wheel drive truck because it was off somewhere I couldn't get out.
Yeah, that's the hard part, in which that was right before we left when you was doing that. Yeah. So we're still going to work on that, but not only that she shows her life, what she does on the farm with showing the animals, because like I said, once again, animals are therapeutic. People watching the videos love to see the animals. The people that are invested in your family, they feel that they're in your family and them animals are theirs. And we love each and every one of our subscribers. And, we've met tons of them here over the weekend, and it's been amazing. But, with with our main channel is, she does most of the recording for me.
Oh, okay.
So like when I'm doing things out on the farm and stuff that the camera's moving around, she's usually the one that does the recording, and she keeps up with hers. So it's awesome. There's a lot of people that watches her channel that don't watch mine because they just really enjoy the animals.
Right. So Brandon, just a little bit for the people out there who either want to start a YouTube channel or they're currently doing one. How are you guys handling your editing process? Because that really takes up a lot of time. And I think especially people who has not done it before, they don't really realize how much of a time commitment it is for the editing process. Have you guys found any like little shortcuts or anything like that to kind of help y'all out?
I wouldn't say shortcuts. I mean, really, I video mine. I edit mine. She videos hers. She edits hers. And like you say, a lot of people don't realize how hard it is. Some people think you just go out there with the camera, but they don't realize some of them videos take 2 or 3 hours to break down, especially if you got a lot of stuff going on through a day.
Yeah.
And I use Femoral 9 on mine to do all my editing and stuff, and I'll let her talk about hers.
So some people think that I'm like crazy for, I try to keep it at a 20-minute video. That's what most everybody, try to keep it kind of not too long, but not too short. Mm-hmm. And with my editing, I do like maybe 27 to 30-minute video, then edit it down to a 20-minute video. That's what's easiest for me. But when I video, I act like there's a friend right beside me when I'm talking to the camera. So I don't I don't act like it's a movie. I'm acting like I'm talking to someone on the other side of the phone.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes it easy for me. I don't know.
So did it take you just a little bit of time to kind of like get over the shyness of the camera? Because that
People
was a
say
thing,
that. Yes.
Right? Anytime any of us is new about doing stuff like that, I know we went through a phase that we were like the deer in the headlight. Okay, we're about to go live, but seriously, after a while, you kind of get comfortable with it, you forget about it, and then you just do what you do. Yeah. And has that been your experience with that? Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a very long time. Like I was the one to only video Brandon because I didn't want in the camera. I didn't want people looking at me and me be on a TV or something. I was like, but I've always, until I had kids anyways, I was always the shy girl. Then I had kids and you can't be shy anymore after you have kids. But I don't know if that's the same for you.
Yeah, that's kind of the same. And like you say, is a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to do. And going back to people starting a channel, we get this a lot, even since we've grown so big. There's a lot of people that starting channels that just will send an email wanting shout outs and stuff. I don't ignore them. I'll send them a message back and telling them. Like when I got in it, Daniel told me, here's the deal, go film, 30 to 40 videos. And you get comfortable behind the camera where you can be behind the camera without being noticed. He said, once you get to that point, you get comfortable, I'll have you come over and we'll do a collaboration together and help you get monetized. Oh, and that's the reason why. And I got lucky when that happened because he called me like the night before and said, hey, Dutch is coming down. So once you bring him a flag and do a double collaboration. So I was like, oh, yeah. Well, after that happened, they aired their video. I got like 2,000 from each one of them. That's when Daniel was at 50,000. Well, both of them was at 50,000 subscribers when I first got my shout out from them. So I was like, man, shout outs is way to go. So I was like, man, I was hitting up all these channels like, hey, you want to do a collaboration? And like some of them wouldn't even respond back, and some of them would be very hateful. And after we hit about 30,000, I started understanding, there's other channels out there and they will love to help, but they want to see you put in the work too, not just give it to you.
Right. It's not a giveaway.
Yes.
Earn it. Right.
You have to earn it. And for one, we have several, and I've always said from day one, I would never forget where I come from because I know how hard it is. Yeah. And I always shout out channels. But, kind of my deal is I'm going to watch that channel and make sure it's something that my values, because if there's a channel that's wanting to shout out that is over racing motorcycles, it does no good for me to do a collaboration with them because nobody wants, or people are watching farm stuff. And that's what you do, is just you build friendships, and you see it a lot when you go to events like this. People will come up and put a camera in your face and, what will come up and ask you for collaborations. That ain't the way to go. If you want to build a friendship before, you move to the next level. Yes. And then once people see you and you see that you're there for the good and want to build the friendship, they're all about to help you.
Well, listen, hey, Brandon, Stephanie, we appreciate so much your time coming sitting down with us here at the Farm to Table Direct Show, and certainly for all the work that y'all do on your channel and all the work that y'all have done here to make this a possible event. And something we do at the end of every interview, every episode, we do a thing where we say, prepare for the unexpected and keep it local. So we kind of drag that out. So we're going to do that. We're going to sign off. And if y'all can chime with us on that, we'll do it. Right. We'll knock this out. All right, everybody. Once again, Ryan and Keith with the Farm to Table Direct Show here with Brandon and Stephanie Eddy from Eddy Family Farm and Eddy Family Farm. Life on the Eddy Family Farm. I'm going to get that one. I ought to have it. I'm sub to it. I ought to know that. Anyway, thanks for watching this. And, hey, again, hit the sub, hit the like, get the word out. And go over and follow, subscribe to them and check their channel out if you haven't. And listen, awesome stuff here at the Okie Homestead Expo.